Clobberin time! I love it. I can't get enough of that intro made by the great gentleman who does the yell better than anybody, Stone Loki. Thank you, bro, for that. I just that's always the highlight for me is hearing you so brilliantly yell, "Clobberin time," but not quite that low. Well done, man.
Thank you.
Buddy. With us to see this evening, my good friends, of course, is as the aforementioned Stone Loki, and we appreciated having the big show. I appreciated hosting it last night, my friend, and of course the beautiful, wonderful, magnificent, and a master of wrenching. Can't say master. Well, wonderful person of wrenching. I don't know how you say it, but Purple Valkyrie. Thanks for being here with me.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Well, appreciate you. Great to see you. And we've got some wonderful friends that have already showed up in the chat. And let me say some hellos there. Let's see here. Let me try to backtrack a little bit. Of course, Claude Parrish is here, but we'll have to survive that. No, I'm just kidding. He knows who he is. Lord Thoth, my friend, great to see you. Avon lives, and long live the Legion, buddy. S. Singh is here. Hey, buddy. A member of our distinguished global geeks group, International Geeks Gang from Thursdays. I hope to see you there, buddy. The great Chris Pedja of the Master Wrench of the North. Eris is here, some weirdo who got yelled at a lot last night. But who is Jon Stewart?
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I told you he's the Comedy Central guy. James Andrew Morrison, welcome. A new face, a new name anyway. Thank you for being here, Alex James. What is up, my friend? I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Great to see you. Mark, the infinitely worn out, is here. Yes, good to see you, Mark. Thank you for being here, brother. Maddie's daddy. Yo, Steve. Hey, buddy. Great friend, longtime friend, as is Claude Parrish. Both of those things. Between them, I've got 80-something years of friends there.
That's amazing.
It is. And my favorite name to say in my chat ever, no offense to all the other ones, but Dr. Hercumonkey. I can't get enough of that name, dude. Dr. Hercumonkey. We love it. Raquel loves it, too. She really likes to say that name. But let's see here. Let's see. Anyone else? Go on the list there. Not SML. Oh, Carrie Fisher, my great friend Flash, a long-time partner in crime on BTR. Yo, bro. Good to see you, buddy. I thought the Pens were playing tonight. He's a big hockey fan. And usually watching I thought they were playing. Maybe the game's over. All right. Well, guess what, everyone? We have a review tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Of a new TV show. Now, because I love my wonderful friends who are joining me here tonight, Purple and Loki, and I'm out of concern for their health and well-being, I'm going to make sure before I say something, we're going to get this started, that they're sitting down because I don't want them to get injured.
I am.
Are you sitting down, Purple?
Oh yeah, I'm sitting.
Well, you both sitting. I just wanted to be sure because look. It would be my fault. Pod Racing Palpatine, welcome. If I were to say what I'm about to say, and the shock forced you to fall and injure yourselves, Just wanted to be prepared.
Are you sitting? Are you sitting down?
Yes, but now I'm going to stand up to say this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm standing up to point the fan at me because it's hot in here. All right. Again, everyone in the chat, also, please be seated and turn your hymnals to page. Oh, sorry, different stream. I didn't hate it.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Believe it or not, man, I'm right there with you.
No, I believe you, but it's me saying that. Remember who's saying it.
I hate the CW, and
I hate the CW, but no, I'm with you. I hate the CW, and I hate the Snyderverse even more. So
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Within 5 minutes of this show, they completely destroyed the narrative they just had on Batwoman on Sunday when they said that superheroes don't care about colored folks. First person Superman saves in this show is a colored kid on the side of the street that a car is about to crush. That car is coming down on that colored kid, and he immediately saves him. But I was under the impression from watching Batwoman on Sunday that white superheroes don't care about colored folk. That's what they said. Superheroes don't give a shit about colored kids. So,
well, give them time. But right now, I hit the wrong one. That is actually a good point Claude makes. Lately, not hating something is high praise. It really is. Moira Kitty, welcome. And Jesus is my King 68. You're not fooling anyone. I know who you are, dude. Just saying. I know who he is. But I like that name. Because we should all say that every now and then, shouldn't we? Well, maybe not. Superman is well, anyway, he's my savior, of course. And I love all this. Oh, look at that. I love it, Purple. I love George Reeves. And I love Christopher Reeve. And everyone, let me get the warning out of the way. Spoiler alert, if you've not seen this, and by the way, you can watch it, the pilot to Superman and Lois on the CW website, just so FYI.
Okay.
And yes, just in case it's for those who have not and you wish to see it. We're going to be spoiling the hell out of it, of course, if you're into that sort of thing being spoiled.
And Mark, I think that this first episode was the better, I would say the better pilot than the Flash or the Arrow. This pilot. I don't know about the season because I can't speak for the season, but I can say that this pilot I like better than Arrow. I like better than Flash. I liked better than Smallville. That's saying something.
Oh, unpopular opinion number 4,075 of mine, by the way. And again, this is why this makes my beginning admission even more outrageous and crazy. I did not like Smallville. Let me put it mildly. I did not like Smallville. My buddy Carrie Fisher there in Flash is a big Smallville fan, and many of my friends are. I don't like Smallville.
I did. I was.
No, most people did.
Fan. They honored Christopher Reeves. I think they honored Christopher Reeves. They honored the style, the music.
Well, I don't think they did. I don't want to litigate Smallville here. That's why I was afraid to even say it. Yeah. But I know you're, dude. I'm the only one. I admit it. I admit I'm alone in the wilderness. I didn't like the tone. I didn't like their setup to begin with, which is no tights, no flights. I hate minimalism when it comes to comic book adaptations. When you come along and say we're going to adapt Superman or whoever it is, and you decide to go as far away from the comics as you can. I don't care if it's a good show or not. I hate that in spirit. So it just pisses me off and puts me on the wrong foot with it. That's why I never could get into it.
Yeah, Maddie's daddy, Christopher Reeve, was in Smallville. He was in a couple episodes of Smallville. He was. He was very good friends with what's his name? Tom Holland, or not Tom Holland?
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, he's
really good friends with Tom Welling. Tom Welling did not know the comic book stuff, and Christopher Reeves gave him a bunch of comic book homework that he actually did.
Right.
And he was like, holy crap, there's so much about Superman I didn't know, and I didn't even think it was important. And he became good friends with Christopher Reeves, and I thought they did a good, Professor Swan. Anyway, I know
named after
I'll turn your whole show into fucking Smallville because
you wouldn't be the first, buddy. That's why I don't like to mention it, but I wanted to put that out there because to drive my point home, for me to like anything like this. But no, you're right. They did. No, and look, I respect that too. It's just wasn't my cup of tea. But again, this has got to be one in every crowd, right? J-Man, welcome. Let's see who else popped in. Oh, Rob Thunderheart, my good friend. Thank you for being here. Anyone else who may have popped in? Thank you all so much. It is great to see you. But no, look, Loki. Again, I can admit when I am in the wilderness, buddy.
Well, I just, man, growing up watching that, I didn't even grow up watching that. I think I was out of the house when I first started watching that. But it almost felt like that because I think I was going to college then. That's when I first started college. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. It was like you hear things when you're watching that show, like that first time he goes to meet Christopher Reeves, you hear the music. That score, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and the fortress and the fact that they modeled the whole show on the idea of the Clark Kent in that first movie.
Well, I'm a Superboy fan. That's where my biggest prejudice comes from.
Yeah.
And I just, when they call something Smallville, but again, no, it would take too long. I got to stop. You can do it, but I can't because I'll never stop. Story of the multiverse. Now, before we get started, I will ask Purple because I don't know what her thoughts on Superman. I mean, obviously, I love what you got there, the great George Reeves. But are you a fan? I know you're a Batman fan, but I don't know. Are you a fan at all of Superman at all, or you just like some of the movies here and there, or what?
I would class myself more as a casual fan. I always grew up reading Batman, so he was my hero. But I can certainly appreciate the significance that Superman is. He is the ultimate hero. And I was actually surprised by this first episode. I fully expected to hate it, and there were little bits that I thought was a bit, but on the whole, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, again, there are going to be a lot of Superman purists, and I count myself as one of them, and I don't apologize for it. That will always watch with a more, obviously with a far more critical eye, as you can imagine, and a cynical eye, as you can imagine, on something like this. But I grew up loving the character from the early Filmation cartoon, Super Friends, George Reeves, as you got that picture there. And, of course, later – I went to see Superman the movie in 1978 with Christopher Reeves 19 times, whatever it was. And so you could say I love him. In fact, by the way, that leads to my announcement. Tomorrow, the big global geek gang will just be hanging out the International Geeks at 1 p.m. Central, everyone. And Saturday night, Raquel Briggs and I will be starting continuing our long journey, starting with season 2 of Star Trek, the original series, 4 episodes. And then Sunday, the big a tradition with me, Purple and Loki, is just about every year that I could think about it, and I think I did it. We did it almost every year, I think, but may have missed one here and there, I guess. But on my old show, and so it's got to happen on this one too. I did a Superman birthday show every year. His birthday is February 29th, and there is no February 29th, but we're going to do it anyway. Sunday, 3 p.m. Central, and it's just a big Superman bash, just talking about why I love the character and how anybody wants to come on and talk about the character or whatever, who loves him is welcome. It'll be an open door thingy, of course, whoever wants to, if they have any thoughts or of course this is a benevolent dictatorship, so there will be no phony fake Superman brought up. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. What am I trying to get fool? I'm not kidding. No, but I'm just kidding. People can say what they want. I'm just screwing around. Sort of. Maybe. I can't decide yet. Oh my goodness, I'm getting myself in so much trouble with that one. It's a whole new ball game here. But let's see here. Superman and Lois. The first thing that kind of surprised me when we heard this announced is they weren't calling it Lois and Superman.
Yeah.
Being a
Well,
CW.
they did that. They did Lois and
Lois
Clark.
and Clark. I know they did. Oh, another unpopular opinion. Never liked that show. I know. I'm in trouble.
No,
Yeah, that one I didn't watch.
I'm kind of like in the middle of the road of that. Some of it was good. I like that guy that played Lex. Terry Hatchett was kind of like a meow. Lois. She was a bossy little know-it-all Lois, but Lois is supposed to kind of be a bossy little know-it-all. And always getting into trouble and always rushing into danger. And that's what Lois does. So
That was Dean Cain, wasn't it?
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't big into it. Hated this. Well, it's funny. Now I really hate the modern costumes and stuff they have. But back then I remember bitching about that costume. God, it's so much better than any of the trash that we see now. So Superman and Lois. Go ahead.
What did you think about that first time you see him and he's wearing the old costume? He's like, my mom, he's like, cool costume. And he's like, cool. Yeah, thanks. My mom made it for me. And gone. Yeah, there you go.
My emotion to this retroactively is I am pissed because they grabbed my heartstrings right here and just said, you know what, asshole, you old fool, we're going to make you watch all of this. Because I was going in, it's like, oh, God, CW. I hate CW. I watched the first 2 seasons of Flash, and toward the end of the second season was being a bit disenchanted. Watched the first 2 or 3 of the third season. They were doing that paradox, Flashpoint trash.
Yep.
And I just dumped out. And I watched a season and a half of Legends of Tomorrow's and never liked it. Hated it. So CW, dude, you know all about CW because you review Batwoman every week.
And I've watched all of the Arrow. I watched all of the Flash until this last season. I just couldn't. I tapped out in the middle of season 3, but I kept watching it because I was like, there's gotta be something wrong. Something happened, but what happened was they jumped on the woke train in the middle of season 3, and it was what's her name? His wife. What's his wife's name? Iris. It was Iris
show. Yes.
The Iris show. It's Team Iris. It's Barry. You aren't the Flash. We are the Flash. I'm like, bitch, you ain't the one running at super speed saving people. Oh, but then they give her purple lightning power and she goes out and she runs faster than Barry ever can.
Oh my, you kid. Well, I heard something about that. Oh, I'm glad I tapped out, man. Oh, I'm glad I tapped out. But see, this opening scene and all this stuff is just beautiful. It's what made me stay, because I probably just would have in the first 10 minutes, if this didn't happen, I might have just kind of fell asleep. I don't know if I was maybe I don't even want to review this. Right here, they said that, okay, asshole, you're not getting off light. We may screw you and we may screw you later, but you're coming in now. Yes, we only get a couple of seconds of this. It was a wonderful scene, him rescuing the kid. And then even so much so that when they get to the garbage costume that I hate, at least it's bright enough in colors where it doesn't make my eyes bleed like the Man of Steel costume did that much. I don't like it. I don't prefer it. But in a good show, I'm willing to put up with it, if that makes any sense to you, because life is a string of compromises, is it not? So I'm willing to go, all right, but this, I would, if this were the whole show, I mean, I wouldn't care if it went woke. I got to see him running around as Superman like that. I probably wouldn't give a crap. I mean, I want to see that so bad. So this is beautiful. I loved it.
The fact that his mom made it for him.
I love that line. That line was fantastic. Yeah. That line was fantastic. My mom made it for. Oh my God! It killed me right there. Just you guys, you sons of bitches. Couldn't you just make it easy on me? No.
Nope.
No.
Got to draw you in a little bit first.
Exactly, and these the two gents that you have here, Christopher Reeve and George Reeves. No one will ever touch them for me, but I don't. But I do. I like Tyler. Tyler Hoechlin, I think, does a credible job, a fine job. He's likable. Again, is he these two guys? No. But remember, to a lot of people, Purple and Loki, Superman is pretty much somebody they saw in either, if they're really, really old, they saw George Reeves and Christopher Reeve. If they're younger, they saw Brandon Ruff and they saw Tom Welling and they saw Henry Cavill. And so they just think in terms of movie or TV actors, or Dean Cain. I think of a comic book character first. I think of the comic book character first, and then cartoons, and then movies come after that. So if an actor gets him right, I'm thinking, because he's making me feel like this is coming out of the comic. If they don't get it right, now they've done a good job casting. I mean, look, I hate the Snyderverse, but Henry Cavill's a great casting. I'd love to see him, do something in a costume like that. It probably won't happen, but you can't, for someone embodying the character, you can't touch anybody. I mean, you can't touch Christopher Reeve. For me, it's never going to happen, but I can at least like somebody. And I do like this guy. What do you think?
He is charismatic. I do like him, I've got to admit. And I did love that scene is almost a copy of the first Superman comic book, but he's holding the car above his head when he catches it.
Oh, God.
I thought that was a really nice touch.
Beautiful.
But he is. I don't know much of him as an actor. I've got to admit, I'm kind of heckling, but I thought he kind of nailed the Superman character really well. And I do say Superman, not Clark.
Yeah. I mean, I guess his Clark is okay too, but he's you're not big on the Clark, or
there's this thing when he's not in the costume where, okay, for instance, there is a scene later in the show, and I don't want to jump too far ahead of everybody, but there is a scene where Lois snaps at him and she's like, no, you're not doing that. And he puts his thumbs in his fucking pockets and looks down on the ground like,
yeah,
golly gee. And I'm just like, dude, you pussy.
I did hate that. Again, that's not perfect. Yeah, that was kind of a problem, and that's going to be that's why I'm saying, if you like this pilot, fine, but keep your deflectors on double front.
Drive safe, Mark. Drive safe, brother.
Oh, be good, Mark. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Take care, Mark.
Mark, the infinitely tired. Good to see you, but I hope you're not infinitely tired, man.
Jesus is my king 68. Yes, they cucked him hardcore. And, it's her dad. It's her dad that turns around and said, I warned you when you fell in love with Clark Kent and said you were going to marry him, that you weren't marrying him, you were marrying Superman. And her dad knows what the fuck's up. And her dad puts her in her spot. But god damn, she just cucked his ass. And I'm like, no. And the whole time he's whiny. I love him. I think he's doing a great job as Superman, but he is a whiny little bitch when it comes to Clark Kent. No, Clark Kent was there is an innocence to Clark Kent. No, and there always should be. There always should be heart and a golly gee whiz to Clark Kent. That's who Clark Kent is pure of heart, honest. I want to find out the truth. I will find out the truth because it's all truth. The rest of his psyche is justice in the American way. Mm-hmm. That's what
he's just unsure about everything as Clark. Even when you first meet her, she makes some snarky comments about why you're wearing a tie. It's like, wow, you don't even know the guy. and he kind of just kind of hangs his head. I was like, oh my god.
I was really disappointed in that scene when he was, General Lang was trying to get him to go off, and he just kind of, and she tells him no. Like that really aggravated me. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that had a problem with that. But Claude Paris is the best idea of all day. Needs a Golden Age flashback episode, of course, meaning this being the Golden Age outfit. An episode, do a flashback. We'll see a whole episode with him as in, like this. I'll take it. Oh, God, I'd love to see that. Canadian Spider-Man does whatever a Canadian Spider-Man can. Slade Wilson, welcome. Great to see you here. Well, Claude does say, I don't think Clark is cucked. I think he knows he could burn her down and toss her into space. But I don't know. She's Lois Lane. She's pretty powerful, man. She's probably more powerful than him in this show. We'll probably find out.
I can't remember. I can't remember what her name is. There was someone involved with this show. I am trying to remember. Nadria.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Nadria Tucker, right? Now, there's a whole group of people in Hollywood, writers, showrunners, all these people that are trying to make a generation of cucked little bitch boys. Okay. And their whole idea here is to put so much cucked little bitch boys into cinema, into TV, into stories, and they want to make these strong women that rule over these cucked little bitch boys. I don't think that's the way it is going to go. I think that what you were going to get is you were going to get a generation of young men that look at women like they are nasty bitches. And that's going to be sad.
I hope not, but yeah, you're probably right.
And that's going to be sad because you've got some beautiful women out there. You've got some wonderful women. You've got women that want to tell good stories. You got women that want to work hard in Hollywood. And then you've got this whole other thing where it's like, no, we must rule over you. And I really think that's going to poison the fucking well. I really do.
It'd be a shame, but that could be it. Lord Thoth kind of nails it for me right here. So this is the modern 2021 Superman. It has a lot of problems, as does the show. I was just surprised it wasn't as bad as I thought. That's why I was being a big goofy ass about it at the beginning. Lord Thoth.
I heard last night it was fucking horrible. I heard last night it was fucking horrible. It's the worst of the CW shows, and I'm like, man, that's got to be bad. If it's worse than Batwoman, this has got to be really fucking bad. Oh, his kid hates him. His kid says, "I fucking hate you," and no, I didn't hear that. And there's a lot of there was a lot of bitching about Jordan, and I want to tell you something. Coming from someone that was a rebellious little shit and coming from someone who had kids that were rebellious little shits, he's not that bad. He's got issues, yes, but a lot of kids do. And a lot of kids, especially at that age, going into high school, guys, do you remember what it was like to be a fucking freshman? Do you remember what some kids acted like? I'll tell you what, I was a rebellious little shit. I was hard to handle. I was playing football. I was proud of myself. I didn't take any shit off anybody. I didn't take any shit off anybody at home. But I know kids that were all kinds of fucking crazy too going into high school. They were acting like, they were rich. They knew it. They acted like their shit didn't stink. They didn't care what they did. They were doing drugs. They were doing all kinds of shit. This kid's not that bad.
No. I actually liked the relationship between the two brothers. I thought that was pretty believable. I liked the way they played off each other.
Yeah, well, that was, again, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't really as what I was expecting so far. This is the pilot, and I'm not even going to say it tonight, some of my suspicions of what's going to happen. But what you said, and interestingly, Loki, was how there were a lot of people saying it was bad. Then I get up this morning and RMB, Robert Meyer Burnett, loved it. I don't love it or anything, but I was like, whoa, am I going to have to disagree with him? And then Gary really liked it, and a couple other people. So I'm like, a lot of these people trashing it, I don't know who they are, but they're entitled to their opinion. Of course, I don't care that they don't like it, but I was a little surprised. So that actually, when I saw those two opinions, I was like, all right, well, you know what? Who knows? I don't know what to think now, but that's why you have to watch things for yourself. And I will say that this thing, especially in its first hour or so, is fairly well paced, at least in the first half hour, maybe I should say. We got this wonderful opening. We got this I just really loved. And then we get, even though he's in that costume, yes, everyone eventually, one of these millennia, I'll stop bitching about that costume. Just give me a couple thousand years. But again, it doesn't take me out of the show, right? We get some pretty cool Superman scene with him and at the nuclear reactor, which I thought was pretty well done. Did
that remind you of Superman 3?
Yes.
It reminded me of Superman 3.
It was a
callback to
Superman 3.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also a little bit later when we found out about his mother passing away. There was a tiny nugget, Superman 1, when they mentioned the doctor's name was Dr. Fry. That's mentioned in the first episode, in the first movie. Their doctor's Dr. Fry. And I'm like, whoa, that's minute. Someone who wrote this watched, and I don't know if they've read comics, but they certainly watched the old movies.
Yep.
So somebody's paying attention. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know who. I did not check the writing credits. I must admit, everyone, I don't know. But they, again, I was a bit surprised by the first half hour in particular that I wasn't already. I thought I'd be checked out by then, and I'm like, okay. Again, this you do have to accept that this premise is not standard old school Superman that someone maybe who've only seen movies, didn't read comics that much, and all of a sudden, because a lot of normie types might go, they got kids, huh? They're married, huh? Even though they got married a long time ago in the comics, that's the comics. Even though there was an old show that was kind of about them as a romance, Lois and Clark, this is advanced, and this is in modern comics. Even they do have one kid, Jonathan. They didn't have twins. That's new for this show. They didn't have, so we're gonna have it jumps ahead. I don't know exactly. This is supposedly 14 some odd years after what's going on in the Flash and Arrowverse thing. CW, I guess that's what I'm told. I don't know. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to watch the other shows anyway. But I was not having a bad time. I was kind of enjoying it. I was liking him. I'm not big on Lois. I got to tell you right now, because I think, but for a lot of the reasons you mentioned, some of the things you talked about, nothing personal against the actress. I'm not so sure about her yet. But to be honest, to be fair, I never liked Lois as a Superman fan. I was never big on Lois. I was a Lana guy. Sorry, she was a redhead. Sue me. And I was a Superboy guy, so I loved Lana. I don't like the way they handled Lana in this thing. Some of the things they're setting up, the constant mentions of Morgan Edge, I'm really hoping he doesn't turn out to be orange, if you know what I'm saying. So there's that.
Well, if you listen to that Nadria, if you actually, because I went through her tweets and read
an interesting read.
Yeah, it is an interesting read because she's like, my fingerprints are all over this, y'all. I was instrumental in making all 14 episodes or 13 episodes or whatever she did. That her DNA is basically in all of these, whether they change something or not.
But the upshot is basically she was let go from the TV show, wasn't she? And that's why she's now salty about it.
Yeah, they actually said she wanted to make it too woke or something, and that's weird for Belanti. Maybe somebody wanted to make money and have ratings. By the way, fact check true, except for the word was. He says Mike was in love with Stacey Haddock. I'm in love. I am still in love with Stacey Haddock. Sorry, go ahead. Redhead.
She specifically stated that whatever amount of representation you see on screen were hard-fought wins by her and the people that are POC like her.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she's proud of herself without a job, right?
Yeah.
It's, well, I don't want to judge the lady without knowing her, but she doesn't come across in her Twitter feed as a particularly nice person.
No, and apparently she hasn't been paid yet either.
Oops.
And that she wants to start charging interest on, and it actually has a thing pinned to her Twitter that says, "Where is my check?"
Sorry.
No, you're really. Come on.
She said writing for TV is still freelance writing, chasing clients and checks down. Maybe I should start charging interest. Where is my check?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love it.
She's a piece of work.
Oh,
she really
man.
is. I'm starting to get the feeling. I'm not gonna put money on this, guys, but I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, the CW is starting to realize that all this woke fucking horseshit that they've been spewing everywhere in all of their shows isn't exactly the way they should be going.
Yes, do you think the message of going won't going broke is finally settling in?
It could be. That could. I mean, I guess stranger things have happened. After all, they're not Disney or anything, so it's possible. Project Story Time. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Let's see. Oh, okay. There it is, right there. There's a link to her Twitter. Wow, dude, are you kidding me? Who was this? Holy shit. Oh, there it is. Writer SJW. Wow, you admit it. That's good.
Oh, even more in that bio. Read that bio. Read that bio. SJW, chaotician, chosen one, four-eyed raven, first chair flute, she/her, pronounced like Adrian with the N at the front, hashtag BLM.
I'm so glad you're
Oh, the
not in that show
hashtags.
anymore. Oh, the hashtag. Yeah, buddy. Okay, sure. Well, there you go. Yeah. What a nice person. Yeah, she seems nice, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We know
And they wonder why no one wants to date them.
Yeah, they wonder. They wonder. Now, again, I guess maybe that makes me Mark D with a C. Great to see you, my friend. I guess that makes me have a little hope that maybe it will continue on this path and not get just completely insufferable as a show, which would be good. Because I like this episode enough to make me want to watch it again next week, which is saying something. It set things up fairly well. The kids were nowhere near as annoying as I thought they would be. I had a prediction about one of them. I'm not going to say it because it's going to come true, and everyone's going to think no, never mind. I won't do it, but I have a prediction about the athlete boy. When we find out in this episode, for those who don't know, that of course only one of the kids, one of the twins, quote unquote twins, has superpowers. Why, you ask? I don't know.
But at the beginning of the show, you see Jonathan throw a football and it destroy a rip right through a rope.
Rip through a thing.
A 5-year-old does that.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why they always thought it was going to be him with the powers.
But they've still got to explain that because you can't just brush that aside.
No.
Yeah, no, they might, but right now, as you know, at this point in the when we're progressing to the end of the episode, they think he doesn't. He thinks he doesn't. They think for some reason that Jordan, named after Jarrell, we get it, which is cool. I like it. Is going to be the one with the powers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I thought this episode did a decent job of moving back and forth between the family stuff and giving us a little bit of Superman action, because that was going to be a concern of mine as well. It's going to be like, is this going to be just we'll get a Superman bit here and there, and it's just not going to have about him being Superman, his career of being of Superman still. I was kind of concerned about that. We get this fight with Master Chief that he meets at I mean, that's what he looked like to me.
Oh, it's a Doom Marine. The Doom Marine? Yeah, it's the Doom Marine outfit. I'm not shitting you.
It really is. By the way, Lord Thoth, thanks for being here, bro.
Take it easy.
Always a pleasure, man. Avon lives and long live the Legion, buddy. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. By the way, brief aside for those in case anyone might have to leave early, Sunday is the big celebration. This is it. Big Superman birthday, do whatever you already mentioned earlier, but there's the big, that's what happens when you have too much time on your hands with your phone editor right there.
That is cool.
Isn't that ridiculous? You know,
That's awesome.
It's even sadder. I can tell you exactly every artist and where it all comes from. That means you have no friggin' life when you can do that. Oh, it's bad. But I love Superman. So we have the fight with, you say it's, I only said Master Chief because I only know about Halo. I don't know about Doom and stuff like that. But so Doom Armor guy, whom as soon as he, and here's the thing about that, I have not researched it, everyone. He talks about how your planet was destroyed, and so was mine.
Mm-hmm.
He stabs him with a kryptonite thingy in orbit, which was pretty good fight, I thought. Pretty decent fight scene. Now that says to me, now again, because there are some other sly references to movies and stuff, you might ask, then we all know who he is, right? Should we even tell everybody we know who he is?
Yeah.
He's he's an iteration of Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might ask them, why would Luthor say my planet's been destroyed? Well, this could be them mining old comic books from the 70s. Luthor went to another planet and started, basically had his own home world for a while in the 70s. In the old, was it Carrie Bates era, whatever, it's Kurt Swan and stuff, called Lexor. And guess who he blames for its destruction? And he wasn't happy. That was later when he started with his power suit. Remember the old Luthor power suit,
Yep.
the purple and green one? So Luthor did have had his own planet for a while. And I'm wondering if that's what he's talking about. I could be way off base, but I don't know. You think maybe they could be going there because it's different? You ever seen it in a movie before or a comic? A TV show?
I would guess so. I mean, obviously, what they were trying to get people to think is that it was Zod, rather than Luthor. But
an alien
they called
Luthor?
him
I don't know.
Captain Luthor.
Yeah, that's what I'm not too sure about. I'm throwing something out there that's probably is not right, but it just that's what it made me think of, Lexor. I know it's Bronze Age, but sorry. I don't have the best of memories, as you all know. Lando Mark, thanks for being here, sir. Well, let's see. Superman and Lois had 17 producers. Why not 20? What?
Yep.
I guess I don't.
Up there with Discovery.
Yeah, now it's them. Yeah, producers? Like, I thought you only had like one, and then you had I don't know. What do I know? I don't know about movies. Well, 24. What's up, brother? A good buddy 24 is here. So it's 17 producers. You think they had enough?
What an estimate.
I think that I really think that they had to do something good here, and they worked it out until they had something good.
17 producers, though. That's a hell of a lot of people. That's a lot of chefs.
That's a lot. Jesus. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess if the show's good, who cares? But 17. All right, guys. Wow. You guys need any help over there? I don't know.
See?
Welcome 24 there. So anyway, I thought it was fairly well directed episode as well, when we have the kids go to the bonfire thing and they throw you the big curve where, and that goes.
Did you not already know that? I mean, I knew as soon as I saw the scene with the modem and the stuff that falls down on them, when he pulls the first pipe off of them, Jordan's arm is over Jonathan. And as soon as I saw that, I said, no, he flipped him over at like the last second and covered him. It's not Jonathan. Jonathan's not the one with the powers. It's Jordan. I saw that coming from a mile away. I knew it was going to be him. They're not going to give the football hero powers. They're not. He's going to be.
No, I guess. Yeah, that totally get that. I'm talking about, though, the curve was him getting the girl, which I guess shouldn't be. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser, my good friend. Thanks for popping in. James Andrew Morrison. Hello again. So that was kind of the curve for me. And now my theory is this. Should I even say? Better not say it. Don't do it. Because we like to.
You're just teasing us now, Clobberin.
All right.
Give us a reason to hate. Let the hate flow.
No, I don't hate this. I just think it's CW obvious.
Cautious. Yeah.
The athlete brother's going to be gay.
Mm.
He was not interested in the girl. He wasn't even put out that his.
But he's got a girlfriend.
He just does. Yeah. But does that matter? I'm telling you, he's going to get. You know, the guy he tackled that was previous. That guy, the Lana's daughter's girlfriend, who started the fight. Big dude there. He tackled. Those two are going to hook up later. But the guy, just putting it out there, folks. I like the show, everyone. I don't care if they do that kind of crap. I'm just saying it's CW. Just
do you think that the girl he was talking to on vid chat, do you think that's his beard? I can see that now. And now that you said that, I can see that.
Well, he's 14. Yeah. He doesn't know what he is yet, but I'm saying they're going to get to that eventually. He'll do that.
Well, yeah, but he could have been using that girl as a beard.
Yeah,
he could have been using her as a front. Then they're just friends, but he's like, hey,
And again, not criticizing anyone. Gay characters are fine. Just saying this is the CW. And that's what's going to happen with that. And the awkward young brother. I mean, the quote unquote, geek brother, or whatever you want to call him, with the powers, he's going to have a relationship with Deslana's daughter, right? So, yeah, that's going to happen, and that's what again, fine, just pointing it out there, folks. And again, it's all fine if they just do it in a normal way, but they're still doing it, and it's not wokeness that gets in the way of a good story and a good show. Fine, no one's here's trashing anything. We're just saying. That's probably what they're going to do, and I'm just pointing it out and saying, fine, if you're just doing that as a peripheral story. But if you're going to, I don't know, if you're going to go overboard with that, then that means you're heading toward the woke. But Purple said it earlier, and you both kind of said it. It may be that since all this happened with this woman that you were talking about, this former writer of the show, it may be that they were looking at all the negativity and horrible, horrible ratings of Batwoman, and a lot of the stuff, the problem, the grief they get over Flash Girl, which is basically what that show is. Maybe they say, we kind of, and they're losing Supernatural. That's going away. We need a big show.
That's finished now. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a big show. And maybe we need to make something that just people will like to watch and not preach to anybody. Maybe that's what's going on here. So, but it's still Greg Berlanti. But hey, we got to call balls and strikes too. If something's good, say it's good.
And I'm going to agree with Dr. Herky Monkey. Whoever wrote this definitely watched Brightburn before they sat down and wrote it.
See, I've not seen Brightburn. I know what it's about. Have you seen Brightburn, Purple?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good film, and I'm definitely seeing little kind of, so shall we call them homages to the film in this pilot?
Okay. Well, I've not seen it, but I do know from what I know of the plot that there have been lots and lots of comic books that have tackled that very premise that because it's about basically it's a superpower being coming to Earth or whatever it is, isn't it? And is not very nice.
Pretty much, yeah. It's all the power, but none of the goodness that Superman is. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell, 24? 24, who are you referring to? They're like he could enjoy. Who is he talking about? Oh my God! I don't know who you're talking. I know not of which to whom you refer. And Rod Thunderheart
Jonathan
says
Jonathan Kent. Was he talking about Jonathan?
Could be. Jesus Christ! Damn, 24. I got to see Brightburn. Well, I haven't been avoiding it. Banana Split. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. No. Well, I hear you, Rod. I've heard about it. It didn't stay in theaters very long. Remember when there were theaters?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I watched it at home.
Yeah. I will watch that. Sure. I'm not into the and there's another one, Flash. I'm not into the nihilist type stuff with superpowered beings, but I've read many comics that deal with that sort of thing, and I'm definitely game. I will definitely watch it. So sure, sounds like Maxi Mortal. It sounds like Irredeemable. It sounds like The Authority, a lot of other different comics that I'm familiar with. And then we got a couple of you. They really liked Brightburn. We got one hated Brightburn. So I've heard different things. I definitely will watch it. There you go. I should say it like, Doc, and Ed, I will definitely check that out. I've been waiting to read your book, sir, and I'm so happy to have you on the show. And I'm sorry I did not get a chance to read the book, but we're having some guests from the California San Diego Zoo with us tonight. So, Joan, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, no one knows who Johnny Carson is anymore. I need to give that up. So again, I thought the episode Purple and Loki was it moved fairly well. I don't know about you, and I want to get your take on it. I'm not too fond of Lois yet. There were things written into the episode talking about some of the depressing crap going on in Smallville that don't bode well, I think. But the overall sense of fun and adventure does seem to be there for a Superman show in terms of he's got a new adversary, or is he new? He's not. I mean, maybe he's new to this Superman. They can't be insinuating that there was not a Luthor, because there was a Luthor on the old Supergirl show, was mentioned when he was on that. So there was a Luthor, but this guy may be some different Luthor. I don't know. But overall, I think it's a fairly promising beginning.
You know what? The one thing I think they had one big missed opportunity here, and there's a scene after his kids find out, because his kids don't know. His kids don't know he's fucking Superman, which blew me away. How do you not know? How do you go 14 years and not know that your dad's Superman? But there's a scene where where Jordan is sitting out on the front porch, and Clark walks out there in his coat. And it would have been cool if he reached his hand down there like he was going to help him up, and boom, they're gone. They're flying, and he lands at the fortress, and he's like, sit down. And he's like, he just lays it all out. Everything about Jor-El, everything about him, everything that's gone on. This is you're going to the fortress, and you're going to learn what the hell is going on. And maybe they're going to save that. Maybe they're going to save that for later. I don't know. I just think you've got one hell of an opportunity to be like, you think you know. I understand you're 14 years old and you're emotional and you think you know shit, but you don't know anything. Sit down, shut your mouth, and learn what's been going on for the last 100 years in your family. Learn about your grandfather and what a great fucking man Jor-El of Krypton was, and learn about your dad.
Yeah, that would have been a great way to kind of bring about Clark's insecurity about being a father as well, to have this huge heart-to-heart with his son.
That was one of my disappointments about the episode, that he didn't take more charge. And that's, again, why I think we're looking at some problems going the way you talked about. Lois had him kind of cucked, and Lois was kind of pushing him around. He's also kind of wimpy with his kids, to be perfectly honest. And, there were a couple of times I would have Superman's not he's not an abrasive guy anyway, real Superman in any way. He's not the kind of guy that would get in his son's faces and say, get down and give me 50 maggot, or that kind of crap. But he would be stern with him and say, look, you need to learn how to deal with this. And whether you like it or not, you're my kid. You're going to listen to me, dude. And I'm going to teach you how to do these things. Just a stern hand with him. I'm not talking about, being Sergeant Carter here. I'm just talking about, and he didn't do that. He also, I don't like the argument between he and Lois about, him wanting to tell him. I mean, she wanted him to tell him, right? It was the other way around. She wanted him to tell him, and he didn't. I actually agree with her on that. They're 14. Things are going on. You need to tell him. It was a pretty good scene when he finally does, though.
Yeah.
Yes, but again, when he just finally revealed to them that he is Superman, it's not this huge kind of emotional moment. At least I didn't feel it was.
Yeah.
There's far above his head.
Yeah, what's the car?
I expected Lois to be the one that's like, no, you can't tell him. Jordan's too fragile. That's so a mom for you. Mm-hmm. That's not something the dad is like, no, he's too fragile to know. No. The dad's going to be the one that's like, no, the boy can handle it. Trust me. I know. I've been there. I've done that. While the mom's the one that's like coddling, and she's not doing that. She's the one physically holding him, apparently, when he has tantrums and night terrors, but he's the one coddling him emotionally. To me, it doesn't make sense. No. She's saying he can handle it. He's strong enough, blah, blah, blah. While she's the one holding him to her chest while he's screaming and crying, while his brother runs in and is like, is he okay? And his dad's peeking his head around the corner like, is he all right? she's the one holding him and like it
I
just
didn't
to
like
me
that
doesn't
reversal.
make sense.
Yeah, that was a reversal I didn't
infantilizing
like.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Again, there. Look, by the way, Vigilante Williamson. Hey, buddy, good to see you. He asks, "Is this show any good?" We're going to make a final judgment on that. I actually didn't hate it. I'm going to stick with it. I kind of liked a lot of things in it. I have a lot of criticisms, but the fact that I didn't hate it was my strongest review. But if you knew how I feel about Superman, that's quite a big review.
Well, okay. Here's the thing with me. Superman is my hero all through growing up. I mean, you could see a little Loki running around the house with nothing but a red blanket on, screaming, "I am Superman." I mean, that was like me as a little kid. That was me as a toddler. As I grew up, I loved Superman. There was a point when I was a teenager where I was like, big Boy Scout, but then he died, and I learned to reappreciate Superman, and have appreciated Superman ever since then. I loved Smallville. I loved Smallville. I loved Lois and Clark. I loved the movies. I loved the comics. I've got all kinds of Superman paraphernalia. They have earned me watching this till the end of the season. They would have to do something extraordinarily stupid and fucked up to lose me from this first season. Because they've earned it. They've earned it. So they've got to do something really shitty now for me to walk away. I could have walked away from Batwoman in the first episode I ever watched. I could have walked away. It was just, and I really like Batman. I thought Kate Kane in the comics was a good character. I fucking hate that show, but they did enough good in this, like that suit, the way the brothers interacted with each other. I really like that. They care about each other. And when they get in that fight and they're both fighting at the same time, that is what brothers do. When they're fighting together and they're not fighting against each other, there's that animosity. Oh, freak, learn how to dress, freak. There's that little animosity between them. But when they got in that fight together against those other guys, that is what brothers do. And that is how brothers act. When the shit goes down, they're fighting back to back. And it's enough to get me to keep watching it for the rest of the season. Yeah,
I'd agree with that. I thought Tyler was actually really endearing, especially when he is Superman. I think he plays the role really well. It was great to see him smiling. As silly as that sounds, I like to see a smiling Superman. It makes such a big change. The relationship with the brothers, even as Loki said with the fights, you can see it, but it's the little things as well. But he says, eat this, it's time for you to take your meds. So you can see that Jonathan is always looking out for his brother, and they do love each other as much as they kind of squabble. I've got to admit, I don't like Lois. I nothing against the actress. I think it's just the way she's written at the moment. Whether she'll change, that would be nice. I really liked her father. I thought he was a really good character. I think he balances her out really well, and he's clearly, willing to put her down when she's trying to basically cook Clark. The only thing I didn't like was the music. I didn't think the music was that great in the episode.
Yeah. I'm with you both on that. I think it's fair. This is a fairly well-made pilot. One of the points I thought when we got to the fight, the first fight between Luthor and Master Chief, Doom Armor guy, Superman and Doom Armor guy,
Master Doom.
Yes, they did a nice job of intercutting it with the bonfire fight with the kids. They did a fairly decent job of that. In other words, basically, you can watch this. It's relatively, you can see woke seeds because of CW, but you can see that they were they kept a lot of it down, and it's certainly way low on the woke meter. And just since it's CW, you just got to keep the alarm system on. But This one, you can see they were more concerned about telling a story, being entertaining. Superman is not a downer. They have problems, and he's dealing with problems as a father of 2 teenagers. It's new. That's kind of new for Superman and in media. It's again in the comic, he and Lois have Jonathan Kent, their son, until Brian Michael Bendis came along and dumped all over that recently. But
we don't talk about Bendis.
No, he sucks. But this, you got a guy who's genuinely comfortable in the role, especially as Superman. They have some, so far it delivers on some good action. And overall, again, it was promising. I didn't hate it. I guess I'm going to go out and say it came close to me even liking it, or at least having some hope. And like Loki, I don't know if it's got me for a season. It has my attention now, and I will watch a couple of episodes and see if they don't stray off the path. I'm with you on Lois. They're going to have to improve her. One thing I'll say about General Lane, as you talked about, that interests me, you kind of made me think about Purple. He's usually written as a very one-dimensional. He's a bad, evil, garbage, military, nasty, nasty, and that's it. Nasty, nothing likable about him. He's a total douchebag all the time, and almost every other iteration, most of them for this character. And this he's actually written as a fairly sympathetic character who doesn't hate Superman.
Did you see Michael Ironside play him in Smallville?
I heard about it, but
look it up and watch it. I liked him. When he's standing in the Kent's kitchen and he's like, I gotta thank y'all for taking care of my little Lo. And he's got that cigar going. I was like, holy shit, it's General Lang. It's General Lang. Holy shit. I liked it. I liked him. I liked him in this. There are aspects of this that I'm liking. So
sorry, I was just gonna say, could I ask you guys a question as fans? Should X have been able to outmaneuver and outfly Superman?
No. There's no suit ever made that can keep up with Superman in the air. Okay, the Flash may be the fastest man alive on the ground, but Superman can fly faster than the Flash. If we're talking total like speed, 0 to 80, if he's in the air, he's gonna beat him. Flash on the ground every time. If it's a running foot race, Flash will demolish Superman. But if he can go in the air, there's nothing that can keep up with Superman in there. Nothing.
No. Yeah, that's a problem. But I mean, again, sometimes he'll hold Superman. The real deal Superman will get caught off guard. If you can ask why someone who is not really his equal can bounce him around sometimes, because he's trying to hold back, because he could easily rip him to pieces, and that costs him in fights sometimes. If you want to find a way, which of course that's what he is. He wants in the great, brilliant last episode of the Justice League cartoon is a magnificent scene, because on that cartoon he got his ass kicked way too much, but all of a sudden he tells Darkseid, says, you know something, Darkseid, I have to thank you for presenting me with a rare opportunity. I always have to hold back because I was always afraid I'm going to go too far, hurt someone, but I'm not holding back this time. And he beats the living shit out of Darkseid, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that, so he's kind of holding back a little bit sometimes, and that could explain some things. 24 says, so how was Superman's acting compared to how he was acting all cucked during Crisis on Infinite Earths, in y'all's opinions? I would say 24, that again, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. As Clark, he acts like he's kind of getting a little, I don't know. I have some problems with the way he's getting kind of pushed around a little bit, or if you want to use cucked or whatever. As Superman, the scenes we have with him, he just acts like Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But that scene with Lois, 24, Lois tells him, no, you are not going to go be Superman. And his eyes drop to the floor. He puts his thumbs in his fucking pants and he shuts his mouth.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
Besides that, he's so indecisive when it comes to being Clark. I think Purple said that earlier. It's like, who is he and what are they trying to do with the character of Clark? And it's funny, and I mentioned this earlier, her own father busts her ass when she does that, because he turns around and he tells her, he goes, I told you when you said you were in love with Clark Kent that you were actually marrying Superman.
Yep.
And it shut her up. And she was like, huh. And that's her father telling her he is fucking Superman. He's got to do shit nobody else can do. Deal with it. He's going to go and do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And my buddy Flash says he hasn't watched it yet, but has the actress playing Lois improved because she was sneaking up the joint in Supergirl in Crisis. In my opinion, she is not improved, Flash. I mean, nothing against her personally or whatever, and maybe she could be good. It could be the script. I think it is the script in a lot of ways. Almost looks like they're going on. Are they going for a Margot Kidder type of a thing? And she's not really wisecracking like that. So I don't know what they're doing with Lois.
She looks kind of like that, but
yeah, she does look sort of like that. But she doesn't really act like her that much.
No.
She's kind of, other than being a little annoying with some of the way some things she says, she's really kind of boring, to be honest, kind of bland a little bit, I would say, for a Lois. And I'm not a Lois. I'm a Lana guy because of Superboy. I've always thought Lois was a bitch, but people have always said to me, yeah, but Superman should marry a bitch. It's got to work that way. You know, he should marry someone with a lot of fire and stuff like that. And I mean, in the nicest sense of the word, she really acted like some of the shit she used to do to him in comics, but that kind of
you want a woman with fire, but she does not need to eviscerate the person. She does not need to eviscerate Clark with that fire. It's like a give and take, but there is a line that should always be there that you don't cross in that relationship. And let me tell you something, Lois is already crossing that shit and being like, no, you will do what I tell you to do, motherfucker. And it's just like, no, she never did that. She would go off and do anything on her own, right? He could be like, Lois, listen, this isn't the smartest idea. And she'd be like, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. That's one thing. Treating him like he's her bitch, that's a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was demeaning him.
Yeah.
There was not to get too off into the weeds, but there was a great comic in the brilliant masterpiece of a series, Kurt Busiek's Astro City, which dealt with archetypes that were just like Marvel and DC superheroes and that kind of universe, a hodgepodge of both Marvel and DC and others. And they had archetypes of Superman and variants and things, and Batman variants and Fantastic Four variants. Well, one of the Superman type characters, there's a whole issue he did from the viewpoint of this woman is kind of like, what is that a term you used to use, like old maid or whatever, who was telling her story. She was basically Lois Lane to this alien Superman type characters. Superman, she basically was so fucking annoying. In the whole story, she's kind of admitting it now that she's older. She drove him to leave the planet with all of her bullshit about trying to expose his identity. He had a reason, a very important reason why he couldn't do it. And she just drove him insane. It was brilliant. It was a masterpiece of storytelling. And it's like, this story was the ultimate anti-Lois Lane story for anyone who's ever read it. It's so good. And that kind of shit, it kind of crystallizes my feelings about Lois Lane. She drove him nuts with all of her stupid crap. But that was just me. Again, Lana, Team Lana. Well, not the Lana from this show, by the way. Redhead Lana. Stacey Haggett. Even in Stupid Superman 3, they had a wonderful Lana. What was that lady's name? Oh, God, I can't remember her name now.
Oh, God.
Someone will remember. You know what I'm talking about, though. God, I can't remember. I loved her, actually. So what do we have? Do we have something? Gotcha.
Annette O'Toole.
Oh, yeah, Annette O'Toole. Yeah. Oh, loved her. She was fantastic. But again, most people prefer Lois. There you go. Annette O'Toole. Thanks. Okay, so I forget. And again, that bad for me to forget her. So overall, Purple, I thought, again, I'm shocked that because I went in thinking, look, dude, I don't even know if I want to watch this. Let everybody else review it. You know, what the hell? But we talked about it last night, and we said, let's review it tomorrow because they're making a big deal about it. And I saw one review, Purple, I think the day before it or something, where some someone did not like it. Some reviewer, I forget the site, but their basic complaint was too quote unquote earthy. I guess they were saying it's too much of the family crap and Smallville and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't really get that from it at all. There is some of that. It's there. You're going to have the drama, and you're going to have the soap opera crap in there. It's a CW show. But this episode,
soap opera-ness so much as it's not a teen drama. I think that's where they fall down.
Yeah, but it did have some of the elements that you want to. It had superhero stuff in it. He's gonna, I was actually concerned before I saw this. I was like, is he just gonna be quitting as Superman and we won't even see him running around with a costume at all? Even the costumes that I don't like at all. And it's just gonna be Clark all the time, and the kid's gonna be about, because that's what I gotta be honest with you. I know I sound dumb now, but I actually thought the show was gonna be a couple of shots of him, Superman early. Then the rest of the thing, not just the pilot, the whole series about the kids' lives. And he's just Clark all the time, and he's quit. He's not really Superman, or if he is, they'll just cut to some. They just won't say it. He's out doing something as Superman, and they would never cover it. It looks like
character.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, but you can understand why I thought it might be.
If you, this is, to me anyway, this is the most adult CW show we've got ever. You've got Arrow, but even Arrow, he was, he's okay, a playboy, and you've got his little sister, and you've got, it's still the way they put it out there was very teenage drama. And then you've got Flash, which was a young kid. And yeah, he's looking up to Arrow, but Arrow is still in this soap opera, teen drama type show. And then you've got Legends, and Legends did the exact same thing. So whether you liked any of them or not, they're young. It's like a young show. This is like almost like this is like the family Superman hour. It's not, the teen heartthrob, any of that. This is the adult side of the Arrowverse.
Yes, this isn't Dawson's Creek with superheroes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And that's what I thought we were looking at. I hope it doesn't deteriorate into that. But that's actually a very good way to put it, to Purple.
But you're right, a family could sit down and watch this because it wasn't overly violent. There wasn't any swearing in it, but I remember.
Yeah.
I think if this succeeds, and I hope it does, maybe the CW will, wise up to what proper entertainment actually is.
It starts off on the right foot with me because, again, I can't stress this enough without going into how much I hate the Snyderverse. Now, that's just going to be always going to be about people in costumes punching each other. They're not very heroic. There's nothing heroic about his vision. Automatically, very first scene, it shows him rescuing somebody. Next time you see him, he's saving people from the destruction of the nuclear plant. He's being Superman. And I really enjoyed the scene early on in the Daily Planet when Lois is walking by the TVs, and you see a couple of shots of various footage of Superman doing things like flying a space shuttle, flying a space shuttle down, carrying it down, and doing Superman stuff, not punching things. It's fine. By the way, he does have a fight. Superman. It's great that he has superhero fights and supervillain fights, but also he's really about flying around, helping people, saving things. I mean, think about it. That's one little kid, one car accident, a car falling up on top of him, and that's Superman cares that much. He goes everywhere he can. And that was a beautiful scene at the beginning. I love him looking at he could have just taken off with a big mopey look on his face, a la BVS and that stuff. But he walks over to the kid and hands him his hat. This scene just endeared me right away when he says, "Great, nice costume," and he says, "Thanks, my mother made it for me."
Yeah, my mom made it for me.
Oh my God, it's that. You got my attention right there with that wonderful golden age look to the costume, and then even when
from his blanket. Yeah, you
love it
remember
so
that?
much.
You nobody knows that. I'm like, oh, you didn't know that? No, what? No, what? Yeah, the suit was from the
Of course.
the blanket that
Absolutely.
he was wrapped in when he was a baby.
I love it. Yeah, of course. And I love that. And even when we have to see again, I promise everyone to keep bitching about the costume to a minimum. The one that he ends up with, that because they do good. If you do good things with him in that one, I won't mind as much. And they're at least brighter colors. When he's in that costume, he's doing Superman type stuff in this thing. That's my biggest takeaway, is that we'll see what happens with the story. Some of the family stuff I'm concerned with, some of the writing, others not so much. But you're going to get the Superman elements of it right, and you're going to deal with, yes, his family life. It is a CW show. If you don't go too far off the deep end, around into the weeds with the woke stuff, and if you give me a Superman adventure every week that deals a lot with him being Superman, then the Lois and the family stuff I'm okay with as a geek. But as a Superman fan, I want Superman. Even in that damn costume, I want a Superman adventure every week. If I'm getting that and you're not preaching to me, I like the guy enough, especially Superman. Issues notwithstanding with the way what they're doing with Clark and the way Lois is written, it's a pretty good start, the pilot, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Me too. Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know whether it's because we have such low expectations for a CW show now, and that's kind of sad. But other than a few little nitpicks, I really did enjoy it.
And you got a question there from Mark D with the C. They had a 0.3 in their 18 to 49 demographic.
Mm-hmm.
They had 1.7 million viewers, which was lower than they wanted. It was actually lower than a rerun NCIS episode that was on at the same time. And that I had because of Chris Persia. So thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Me up that info.
Appreciate that. But still, that's better ratings than any of their other garbage has been getting, right? I mean, that's that's way better than Batwoman or any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's over three times what Batwoman's been getting.
But
and I think it's going to grow. I think it'll grow. I think that number will get bigger.
I think so. I think word of mouth now that the first episode has kind of hit the mark, and you think this is a Superman show, this should have huge ratings, with how important this character is in pop culture. But I think how badly previous shows have performed from the CW, the whole name is tainted now, so they've got a lot working against them to prove that this show is worth watching.
Yes.
Well, also this show is connected with Supergirl and all the other, like you said, all the other shit that's on the CW. When I first heard that they were going to bring in a Superman for Supergirl, I wanted Tom Welling. I thought that would have been great. Bring Tom Welling in from Smallville and have him be like the every once in a while Superman. I am now actually glad they did not do that, and they've done this. They kind of joked about that when they had him and Erica Durance in that alternate Earth, on that alternate Earth, being Superman and Lois, the Superman that gave up his powers, and his twin daughters are Laura and Martha. And of course, he's got twin sons, Jordan and Jonathan, named after the grandfathers instead of the grandmothers. I thought that was cool. I like that they went with this guy. I want to see more. They need to tone down Lois being such a bitch.
Yeah. I tend to agree on that. And maybe they will. I don't know. Again, she doesn't kill it for me, but I hope they do that too.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that it takes place a decade after. I stopped watching. I stopped watching and I stopped caring. They ran the Flash into the ground. They ran Arrow into the ground. I watched Supergirl the first season, and then I couldn't give a fuck less after that.
Same here.
It was just, and then Legends was the same way. It sucked. I didn't like it. So
I was actually surprised that I stuck with Supergirl as long as I did into the first season. Then I was going to tap out when I went to CW, but they had Superman, quote unquote, in the first one or two. And I'm like, all right, let me just see what that's like. And I liked him enough in that. And then, like, when I got to the second or third episode, they had one of my favorite Legionnaire, not named Superboy. They had Mon-El in it, and they ruined what they did to Mon-El and later other Legionnaires. I said, suck it. I'm going. I'm out. Screw you. I hated what they did to him. So that ended Supergirl for me, and then I heard it got even worse. It was already woke trash anyway, but yeah, it's actually a good point Chloe made. Lois probably watched too much Doctor Who just for Clara Oswald. She did, yeah. If she becomes as bad as Clara, the show will be insufferable. In a hurry. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that does. Oh God, please don't let that happen.
Yeah, they seem to do okay with the first season of any of the shows. People give it the benefit of the doubt, and then it falls off a cliff.
Yeah, I'm going to look. He said Claude said he liked the first two seasons of Legends. I hated it from the beginning. Now I was dumb enough to keep watching it into the second season, and I looked at myself and going, you know what? When have you liked an episode of this? All you ever do is watch and go, this sucks. Every 5 minutes you're pissed off. And I said, what are you doing? So I had to stop. I could not stand Legends of Tomorrow, but it went on for a while, didn't it? I don't know how long it lasted. So, well, what can you do? I mean, look, they don't make these things for me, right? This wasn't made for you.
That's what they say.
Stop, and that needs to stop. When that stops, we'll get great television again.
Yeah. Jobber, what's up, bro? Just Joe 47. Get 5 episodes before it becomes woke garbage. Look, hey. It would not surprise me. So, what are you going to do? I mean, that would, in fact, if that doesn't happen, it will be the surprise for me. And I hope it. Look, I hope it doesn't. I'm not trying to wish it bad or tell everybody not to have fun watching the show. I hope they do. I hope you watch it and enjoy it. For me, it would kill it if it does do that. If it goes down the woke road like you're talking about, Chopper. I'm just saying, I don't think any of us would be surprised if it happens. Yeah, that's all I mean. That's all it is. But hey, this scene right here, I can watch it over and over again. Oh man, if he kept that costume, I probably wouldn't even care if it got woke. Yeah, I'd be like, everybody would start, criticizing the woke stuff, and I said, but he's got that costume. Are you sure?
That really pulled your heartstrings, didn't it? That costume
killed me. Oh, I mean, you couldn't have killed any iteration, whether it had been that, which is sort of like the Golden Age costume that I've kind of got here, or if it had been more like the Christopher Reeve one, or the Kurt Swan one, or the one you see with George Reed. Anything of that nature would have got me. Yeah. So I know it's a costume. Go ahead.
What do you guys think of his build? Is he about the right build? Do you think? Is he not bulky enough, or because he seems to have worked out for the role? Yeah. Obviously, he's not huge.
I'll tell you this: the lady who plays Lois cannot be very tall because this dude ain't tall.
No,
and he towered over her. Tyler, when I saw him on Supergirl, it was one of the things I'm like, dude, he's likable, but this dude is not really, Christopher Reeve's height or anything like that. They
didn't want him. They didn't want him tall and imposing. They didn't want him tall and imposing.
I guess Cavill's tall too, right? So this guy's not tall at all.
Yeah, Cavill's tall.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve was 6'2",
6'4".
6'4". Wow.
Well, and his Superman was, because remember he tells Lois, I'm 6'4", just 6'4". So, when she says, "How big are you? How tall are you?" Oh God. Oh shite. Yeah, good old days. So yeah, he is not. That's why I was kind of I like the guy, but is he kind of a pipsqueak for Superman? But he looks he looks a lot better than this. And again, unless it's shot funny, he's way taller than her. So which I guess works if you're gonna have if you want to at least make him seem tall. So it's fine. Again. We didn't talk about the last scene yet. Spoilery stuff, folks. Of course, we've already been telling you that. 6'4", and he actually said he was 225. 225. Right?
And it is 5'11".
This guy.
Damn.
Wow, that's quite a difference.
I'm 6'3", and no, I couldn't see a Superman being that small.
I'm 6'1", so I'm taller than the guy playing Superman. Jesus Christ. Wow. Damn. It looked like a kid when he was beside Welling in Crisis. Oh yeah. I didn't see that. Did he really? Because I guess Welling's pretty tall, I guess.
Yeah.
Lois wears flats. Let's talk about the ending scene, the last scene when Doom suited Master Chief, whatever the hell he was, Luthor, returns to what? I don't know what he returns to. We don't know yet, right? Just kind of an ending scene, but he walks into the whatever it is, because we don't know, right? What am I saying? We don't know.
It looked to me like a downed ship.
Yeah, a ship or something.
Buried in the ice. And
they referred to him, and maybe my TV was gargly or whatever, but something like it said something like they called him Captain Luthor or something.
Yes.
And he takes his helmet off. We only see him from the back for a second. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Back of his bald head.
Yeah. So, what did you think of this scene? Anyway, either
the outfit, they ripped that straight from Doom. The Doom Marine, I have action figures of the Doom Marine. I could go take a picture of that Doom Marine action figure, and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit! They came out with action figures for the show already?" No,
it's the Doom.
It's the Doom Marine.
Doom Luthor. Yeah.
It's the Doom Marine from
from
the Doom games.
Doom
from
Lex.
The games, yeah. Doom Lex is what, and this isn't the first time they've done that. They did that in Smallville. They've done that in other series where they made him look like somebody, or they've done that. They've done that. It's an homage. Kiss my ass. Copying is the best form of flattery. Kiss my ass. You just couldn't think up anything original, and you were like, we'll make it like the Doom guy. You didn't come up with that on your own, fuckers. You stole that. You stole that from this, and you said, oh, wouldn't that be cool? We'll make him like the Doom Marine. So
well, yeah, so they probably could have certainly been giving us something more exciting when it comes to, in terms of Luthor's power suit, if that's what they're going for. Because I always love that. I should have got a picture of it. I forgot. I always loved that purple and green power suit. And of course, someone mentioned the superpowers. Luthor with the power suit. That's great. Yeah. Superpowers collection outfit Luthor. Yeah. That was great. Love it. So anyway, yes, Gerard Christopher who also played Superboy. He's tall. Welling looked like a tank next to Tyler Hoechlin. So yeah. Well,
yeah, he does. When I said earlier, I'm glad that it wasn't Tom, and I wasn't at the time. I really wanted Tom Welling to get that part. I did. I was like, he earned it. He's been Superman. He's got the chops for it. He knows he got the thumbs up from Christopher Reeve himself. He should have it. I'm glad he didn't, because they've gone a totally different direction with this guy. And I want to see what he's got, but I also don't want Smallville to be ruined. I liked Smallville. Clobberin, that I think it was the Night season when he got the red leather jacket with the S on it. I got a black version of that. That was my biker jacket. That's the jacket I wore when I went out and I rode on my bike. I loved Smallville. I loved the cast. It was cheesy, but it was good cheese. It was like good B-movie cheese, like watching Evil Dead to me. I liked it, and I liked the characters in it. I don't want that fucked up, and I don't want current day bullshit to fuck that up. So I'm glad that this other guy is doing it, and I want to see what he's got. He's small though. He's not a big guy.
Yeah. Well, I guess they can use the camera to keep that not from being not so obvious.
Yes, I mean this suit not so much. It doesn't look like it's padded, but the other one does look like they've given him a little bit of an enhancement to make him look a little bit bulkier than he actually is.
Oh yeah, could be.
But I think the guy did his best. But as you say, he's not a big guy. He hasn't got a big build. And even if he did work out 8 hours a day, I don't think he could get to the size of superhero proportions.
Yeah,
but we can look past that because I do like him when he is Superman. There is something very endearing about him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm with you there. That's good. And again, he's good. He's doing a pretty good job as Superman. Again, it's not his fault the way they're writing Clark. I hope they improve on that. Tim Myers just popped in. Hey, buddy, thanks for popping in. I appreciate seeing you here, my friend. It's good to see you. So overall, because Superman is supposed to be about hope. We've talked. We've gone through various bits of the episode. Overall, does it give you hope for the show? We talked a little bit about that. You said you're sticking with it for the whole season there, Loke.
Unless they do something really fucked up. I mean, if they do something really screwed up, I'll bail. But yeah, if as long as they keep doing either what they did in this last episode or better, I'm hoping for better as time goes on. I'll watch the whole season.
Mm-hmm. There were a couple of moments that made me kind of roll my eyes and think, "Oh, please don't go there." But then something else happened, and a better scene came along. So yeah, and I think this was a feature-length episode, wasn't it? The other episodes aren't going to be as long as the pilot, if I remember correctly.
Yes. I didn't watch the thing that came after it yet, but I guess they have a little documentary about it afterwards. I didn't see that yet, but I heard someone talking about it, saying that sound like they said they were all saying some good things about wanting to make a good, caring about the character, and then maybe good lip service. I don't know. I've not watched that yet. I need to watch it and see. So I think again, I'm surprised that I was not put off by it. I'm surprised they did some things I really, really liked. I'm surprised that I don't completely and out hate the kids already, because I thought that was going to be a big deal. I really thought I was going to hate the kids. I admit it. I'm an old asshole, I guess. I just try not to be the old grouch, but I do like plenty of kid characters and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love Cobra Kai. They had great kid characters in a lot of cases. This is not on the level of Cobra Kai in terms of writing, of course, but the kids so far, at least in this one, they didn't turn me off to the show. I like a lot of the Superman action in it. I really like him as Superman. Again, you all know how I feel about. Well, I've kept it up the whole time there, right there. How I feel about that great 2 seconds we get with the wonderful Golden Age looking costume and that scene, the rescue scene. He acts like Superman. He's written when he is Superman, like Superman. My biggest problem, some of the things that Loki, I think both of you talked about a little bit, the way Lois and Clark and Lois are written, I have some issues with. Kids, in fact, the kids are better written for than they are, to be honest. It's right now, at least I thought. And the kids, I'm not like I don't love them or anything, but the kids at least are written a little bit more grounded than their two doofus parents, to be honest. So Superman in the show, so far so good. Clark and Lois, that needs work. I hope that improves. The kids, jury's out for me. I still, but they're so far they're tolerable if they do right by them. Because again, for a while there, the one that was at Jordan was kind of getting on my nerves. I'm like, he's going to be really annoying. And then by the end, he was actually not treating his father like shit. And he kind of warmed up to him and realized that they have a problem. But he kind of starting to. Maybe they're starting to write that character well. We will see. The stuff with Luthor, don't know yet. Whatever the arc they got going on with that, at least that's interesting right now. At least there's some interest there that it could be good. So overall, it was a pilot that makes me want to watch it next week, with a CW show making me want to watch it next week. That's saying something.
Yeah.
That's almost unheard of.
Especially lately, for a few years. So I'll give it that.
If they released a figure of him in that costume, would you break your no buying a action figure?
I might. With that costume? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would have to get that. Even though I have a couple Golden Age Superman figures. I probably would. That's a good question. But yeah, I think I would actually do that. So someone asked earlier they should do a Kingdom Come show with with Brandon Roth, wasn't he Kingdom Come Superman in that?
Yep. Yes, he was.
Yeah, but he didn't look like that, did he?
Nope.
Anyone ever read Kingdom Come? Wow. It's written and drawn by a couple of douchebags, but it's a great comic. Yeah, so wow, look at that. Purple and Loki. I'm not too far from the whole 300. Whoa.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Anyone, if you haven't subscribed yet, throw an old man a bone and please subscribe. And you can unsubscribe later when you know what a jackass I am. But I mean, right now, give me a temporary sub. Get me over that 300 hump, my friends, if you could. I never asked for stuff. I always feel like an ass about it, but
no, dude, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, just goofing around,
guys. You seriously, if you haven't subscribed to Clobberin, he is one of the best YouTubers out there. He is humble. He's not going to be like, oh, subscribe and this subscribe every 5 minutes. He's not going to ask. He's not going to be like, hey, pay me money. He's not going to have a whole shitload of stuff in his description saying, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. He is a very humble man, and he loves what he does. He absolutely loves what he does.
I do that. That's for sure, man. I love it. I do love doing this talking. In fact, I love talking about Superman, which we're going to be doing soon. Tomorrow, of course, the big International Geek Gang at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, everyone. The International Geek Squad. No, it can't be a Geek Squad. That means you fix computers, right? I'm sorry, Geek Gang. Can't come up with a good name. Yeah, the Geekness League. I don't know. That's even worse. Jesus Christ, that sucks. Oh, shite. Yeah.
You come up with a name eventually.
Yes, I'm going to have a name for it. It's a superhero thing. You got to have a damn name for it. It just doesn't work without it. But, yeah, and then Saturday, of course, the wonderful Raquel Briggs and I were going to continue to review Star Trek, 4 more episodes starting season 2. So we're going to have some crazy nights on those Saturday nights. The chat, man, you talk about rocking.
Yes.
Interactive and fun. So that's great. Been having fun with that. And then, of course, Sunday. Because it is not Superman's birthday, because he doesn't really have one this year, because there's no 29th, but we're going to do it anyway on the 28th. Yeah, look at all this. Look at that. This is what happens when you have too much time on your hands with your damn phone editor thingy. Anyone ever do that? Raise your hands. You can admit it. You play with your phone editor too much?
Mm-hmm.
Purple, do you really?
You should see what I'm like trying to make a thumbnail.
With the phone, though, or just like computers? Just the phone?
Oh, on the laptop. I don't do it with the phone. No. My phone's like a potato. It wouldn't do anything.
See, you can do it on a computer. I could not. I would not. First of all, it's expensive to have Photoshop on a computer. I couldn't do that.
No, dude. The editor that I've got, the editor that I've got that I make intros and outros and all that with, I make my thumbnails directly in that. What I can do is I can pause that on an image, and I can do all my overlays, and then I just take a snapshot of that, and it does it in the exact format it needs for a thumbnail on YouTube or on StreamYards or whatever. It fits perfectly in that, so you don't get the box within a box look or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I barely learned how to do this on the phone. I can't. Oh my God! I wish I could do that kind of. But no, I need to get. I have my computer doesn't have where you can put a bunch of pictures like that, a bunch of I could. Well, I don't know. I can't do it. I'm just glad I can do it with the phone there. But yeah, it's yes, we're gonna have a big contest, everyone. Sunday, the contest is gonna be anyone who could name where all of these pictures come from will win. Are you ready to hear what this prize is gonna be, everyone? Who's ready to hear what the prize is going to be? I know you're excited.
I can't wait.
Okay. Anyone who could name. where all these come from, unless you're really a Superman expert, you're excluded because I can't afford what I'm about to say. We'll win $1 million. There's going to be $1 million prize. $1 million.
Dude, I'd be really careful because somebody's going to figure that out.
Yeah, but I just say when.
That's true.
I'm just going to say that in their life, they might win $1 million. Sometime, maybe. I didn't say I was going to give you $1 million. I was saying if you could guess all of those, you probably have a good chance of having $1 million someday. That's what I meant to say, everyone. I'm sorry. Did I say I was going to give you $1 million, so you were going to win $1 million? That doesn't mean I'm going to give you $1 million because I would have to have it to give it to you, which I would. If I did have $1 million and you did pick all of these and know where they all came from, I would give you $1 million. That's how much it means to me. Unless you're some jackass named Claude who could easily pick them all because he's insane like me. So he probably could. So I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I just I don't know, but he could. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, he could. Oh shit, he could. So all right, well he could. So he's disqualified. If I think you're good enough to do it, you're disqualified. That's letting you know. This is fine print, don't you know? That's like if I think you're Mr. Smarty Pants and you know who made it. I mean, who they all come from and stuff, and which all the artists and the sources, then you're out. You will be disqualified and you won't get your $1 million that I don't have. So I think that's a fair contest, don't you? I mean, it gives them a shot to not get $1 million, but to be promised $1 million.
I think it gives people the incentive.
Yeah, and then if they get it right and they don't get the $1 million, they will at least have the consolation of having gotten it right. And that's worth, okay, it's not worth anything, but it could be worth something to them, if you know what I'm saying. So, because here's what will happen. They'll get it right, and people go, wow, you really know you're Superman. Boy, what a sad, pathetic loser you are. Have you ever been out on a date? Ever kissed a girl? I mean, come on. If you know who did all that, then do you ever go outside? I don't think so.
What is this outside you speak of?
I think it's on the other side of something. I don't know. It's another dimension. A no prize. That's right. You get a no prize. Remember those? But Marvel Comics used to give. Are you guys familiar with the no prize?
Mm-mm.
Well, in the old days of 60s and 70s, I think they stopped doing like in the 80s. Marvel Comics, if you caught them on something, making a mistake in a comic book, they would say you could win a no prize. I tried. I could have swore I won a no prize several times and never got one. But I'm not making it up. This is Stan Lee's little thing, the no prize. And they would. I know people have gotten no prizes, by the way. They send you something. It says no prize. I never got one. Anybody else get a no prize, by the way? Ray J's World. There you go. Ray J's World. Welcome, by the way. So I want to meet someone who got a no prize. You probably think I'm making it up. I'm not. Seriously, there really wasn't such thing as a no prize. Why is StreamYard's being weird?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe you'll know the answer to this question, Loki, since you are a pro and I'm still an amateur.
No, you're not an amateur.
When it comes to here, that little icon up at the top that's an eyeball telling you how many people wish they weren't listening to you?
Yes.
It keeps changing from an eye to a antenna thing, like a signal thingy where, shows how many bars you have type thingy from your phone and stuff.
I was having that earlier. I think it's I was having that with ours today. I think it's a connection problem. Unstable.
Yeah. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging. I'm not on Wi-Fi. God damn it. Well, so is anyone lost? Did I drop out? Did anyone not hear me or anything?
No. You're all good, brother.
Well, you guys hear me, but I guess they would tell me if they weren't, right? So yeah, Dr. Hercumonkey, which I like saying a lot. I've kissed a girl and was outside today. Did you kiss her outside? Wow, that's cool, man. Cardinal Sins here. What's up, bro? Oh, that's it. You will win a copy of Action Comics #1, contingent on finding a working copier at FedEx or Kinko's. He did say copy. So, yeah. I did not. Well, Clobberin times you did not drop out. That's where you're wrong, Cardinals. And I dropped out of. Oh, you mean that? You know
Yeah, I think it's a connection problem. I was having it earlier on our stream when it was changing. I think it's StreamYards at
okay.
the moment.
Weird. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, that's what I've never seen that before. But so it's done it to you. Then maybe this is StreamYards being jackass today. So. Oh, well, I'll tell you what else is going on with you, my friend, since I'm doing open and I got a few more minutes here. I know it's very late over in your neck of the woods there, Purple. So, I know you're tired, Loki, because you sound tired, man. Are you tired?
My jaw's messing with me. My jaw's been messing with me ever since I got cut yesterday. So it's like I'm in and out, but I'm all right.
No, dude, I hear you, man. I hear you. I appreciate you being here.
Well, I really wanted to talk about this. I said, I'm a huge Superman fan, and to get the opportunity to sit down with fellow Superman aficionados and talk Superman, that's not something I get to do all the time. So I appreciate the invite.
Especially when we get to be positive about it, which makes a huge change.
Yeah, because I remember last night when we were talking about God, I want to do it. All right, let's do it. And in fact, I think I remember telling you, all right, I'll watch it, review it if I remember to watch it. I even said I'm probably going to forget to watch it. I wasn't kidding. I thought I might I get to the time of the show, right? And go, oh shit, I didn't watch that thing. Well, let's review it anyway. Fuck it, we'll just talk about it. So, what'd you think of it? Oh man, I thought it was a big piece of crap. Why? I didn't watch it or anything. I just thought it was crap, man. All right, isn't that good enough? Get off my back. Oh, Explorer of the Multiverse must run. Well, I want you to have fun exploring the multiverse, my friend. We appreciate you. If you're ever back this way through this universe again, man, stop by and see us. Appreciate you. Thank you. Apollome's Minion has popped in. Hey, dear. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure, but I think we might be the only three that watched the show to this here. I don't know if very many people in the chat even watched it. Anybody? I'm not sure that because I can't watch the chat all that much when I'm trying to concentrate or stuff. So I have not seen anyone. I bet none of them watched it. I bet they got a no prize. Who watched the show? Tell me. Give me. It's like Raquel and I sort of do because I want to know who actually watched it because we were spoiling the shit out of it, and then maybe just because they don't care. Who watched it, folks?
Do you think the curse of the CW put a lot of people off?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And again, I saw Gary talking about it today on his live stream, and he liked it. So maybe that got some people to watch it. He has a big group watching him, so I don't know. It's possible, but yeah, a lot of people didn't. Let's see here. Didn't, but will later. Nope. Dr. Hercumonkey, I think he's saying yes. Put his hand up. So unless he's going doing a horse act. Oh, call me, pick me. Maybe he wants me to call his name. Or maybe Mark D with the C, you're telling me there's a rumor that Clobby on the comic book store. Oh, we're gonna get my buddy Eric K's not here.
Really?
There we go. I gotta get picked on every time. Man, oh man.
I didn't know that. The comic book store, you say.
It's a nasty rumor. Let's see. Alex James, yes. No, I'm gonna start telling. I'm gonna see if I can reverse that rumor and tell everybody it was a lie. Even though Maddie's daddy and Claude, they know I actually did. Remember, they go along with the lie with me. So I can get away from that shame of having owned the comic shop. Flash did not watch it yet. Some people are probably gonna watch it later. You can watch it for free on the CW website. Everyone, let's see. I haven't. Matthew Anderson has not. Let's see. I don't watch CW, Ray J's World. Well, no one can really blame you there, my friend. No one can really blame you. Oh, someone just popped in. Jonathan, how do you say that? Jonathan, how do you? Let's see how he says. I can't. Can you guys pronounce that? Jonathan D. Pena Baez. Well, I'm sorry if I mangled that, my friend, but I appreciate you popping in. And you watched it. Yes, Gary liked it. That is true. Chris Persia watched it. And because it was free on the web. Well, yeah. Well, Cardinal, again, you can watch it on the CW website for free, my friend. Canadian Spider-Man who does whatever a Canadian Spider-Man can. Sorry, no TV. Well, again, you can watch it online if you are so inclined. Not telling you should. I'm just saying we thought it was okay. Approved for your viewing pleasure or displeasure. Didn't watch it. We'll stream tonight. Let's see. Nope, not I, says Jesus. Jesus never watches CW. Maybe it's not Jesus like to watch it. Let's see. Anyone else? I watched it. Let's see. Watched it 1.5 times. Okay. Well, so a few people have watched it, but a lot of people did not. Well, Loki and Purple, this has always been kind of a thing with me. Grumpy Old Ninja, I like that name, Kitaro. Can't believe it is remotely enjoyable, but I'm willing to watch the next episode. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I have a strange, attitude towards reviewing things and criticism. You will never hear me say, and I've changed this, hey, Purple, hey, Loki, I just watched so-and-so, you got to watch it. You got to watch this. I'm telling you. No, trust me. I know it sounds crazy, but you got to watch. No, I don't do that. Or the vice versa. Hey, you know what? Purple, Loki, I just watched this thing. What a piece of crap. Save your time. Don't watch that shit. I'll tell you what I thought about it. I really liked it. I really didn't. But it is a lose-lose scenario when you tell somebody to watch something or not to watch something. When you say, oh, come on, man. Because people do it to you probably. They do it to all of us, right?
Yes. Yeah. I've had things that I wished I'd watched, but I listened to someone who said they weren't any good, and it's like, oh.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah.
It works both ways, right? As like the pod racing Palpatine Kale. As liked it. Well, cool. So that's why I don't do that, Purple. Over the years, I've learned the hard way, because I can't. How many times? I don't know if you've ever had this, but you really were hyped up for something you really thought was really good, and you went to tell somebody, "Hey, man, you're excited about, hey, man, hey, whomever, you got to see this. It was really good." And then you hear, "Oh, why did you tell me that was good? It sucks." Yeah, and that's human. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. Not everyone's going to agree, but then you feel like shit. You're like, because they'll make you feel like shit about it. They'll be like.
And that is exactly why I want to see Kong versus Godzilla at the cinema.
I do. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. But see, you get the responsibility. That was a piece of shit, man. Or again, hey, I really watched this thing the other day. I really liked it. You're the asshole who said it sucked. But I thought it was good. I'm saying, well, I'm glad you liked it. I'm sorry. I just was honest. I thought it, but if you couch it like I thought it was really good or I thought it was really bad, then you're covered. Because people say, and you might even get people to ask you. I used to get this all the time. So should I watch so and so? You ever had that? Because they know you're a geek or something. Maybe you have like friends or family, and they know you like, I don't know, you name it, something that's you like movies in general or whatever. And they say, hey, I just saw an ad for this or that. Should I watch that? Or I heard you like Star Trek, for example. Do I need to start watching that or whatever it is? I'll go, well, I thought it was really good. I'm not. So you're saying I should watch? No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying I liked it. I think it's really good. I enjoy it a lot. You might like it. You might think it's the biggest piece of shit ever made. I'm not taking that responsibility because I don't want to hear it. Because I've gotten it so many times. Oopsie. Oh, 4 more. I need 4 more because I have a special surprise for everyone that is so anticlimactic and so boring. If I hit 300, but I haven't, maybe I'll probably have to pop it up tomorrow if I can get there. But thank you. 4 more to go. So, and again, you know what's going to happen if I do hit it, right? YouTube will take off 5. That's what they do. Brett Cohen, hey. So yes, I don't want the responsibility of that again, and maybe I'm just sounding like I'm traumatized because I'm not kidding, Purple. And look, I've gotten it before because Mr. Big Mouth thought something was really great and said you got to watch this. I've done it a long time ago anyway. I was like, I didn't like that thing. I watched it. It's all right, boom, over. So on this thing, everyone, and again, Purple and Loki can do it totally different. They can tell you yes, you should watch it or whatever. Just saying, for me, I'm saying, everyone, I'm shocked that I didn't hate this thing. I was teasing about earlier when we opened up, like, God, you guys were sitting down and actually and kind of liked it and think it's at least got some potential. I thought this Clark and Lois thingy, Superman and Lois, at least has a shot to be good. There were a lot of things in it I liked, a lot of things I didn't, but I like it overall. If you were of a mind to, hey, if you check it out, that's on you. It's nobody's fault. Weird. That's my disclaimer, folks. Nobody told you. I didn't tell you to go watch it now. If Purple says, screw you, I'm telling you all to go watch it, damn it, then that's on her if she wants to.
Exactly. But I wouldn't do that. That's not what we do. We would give you our honest opinion.
See, so safe side. What about you, Loki? Are you the same mindset? Do you say fuck it, tell them to watch it, or what do you?
No, I never tell anybody to watch anything. I'll never tell anybody not to watch anything. I will give my opinion. I'm gonna keep watching it. I'll keep watching it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. I'm not gonna tell you need to watch it. You can form your own opinion and decide what you want to watch. There's too many people telling other people what they need to watch or what they don't need to watch or what they don't need to waste their time watching. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, and I'm making it sound silly for the fun of it, like say, oh my God, I don't want them. What I really mean by that, everyone, to take the humor out of it, is just to say everybody's different, and I can tell you, that I really think something's great, and just I've learned a long time ago that I can't predict what somebody's going to like. It could be someone I've known forever. I've had people who say, I know you were going to like this. And I didn't like it as much as I thought. I go, I can't believe you didn't like it. And I've thought there are people I know, oh man, I know they're going to like this. And it didn't really turn out that way. So I just, over the years, developed a little bit like, hey, I thought this, if I'm not recommending it, but I thought this was pretty good. And then I've just got to the point where if they ask me, I'll tell them, oh man, it was great. I loved it. Or I'll just go out there and put it out there in general. I loved it. But I want to thank everyone who was here with me tonight. I mean, I've got some wonderful co-hosts here who I know are tired. I've taken up 2 hours of their time, boring them to death, and I would apologize, but John Wayne said never apologize. It's a sign of weakness. He just didn't say it in a wimpy-ass way like I just did. So I want to say thank you to all my fantastic friends who have watched here tonight. I cannot thank you enough for being here, you fantastic chat. If I could remember everybody who's been here, that is true. There's no counting for taste, Mr. Cardinal Sin. That would be the biggest issue right there. All of you, hey, thank you for being here. I can't name everyone because there have been so many people in here. I would not remember them all, and I would feel bad singling them all out. Love you all for being here. I forgot to write down the names like I do sometimes. I guess, am I the only dumbass that does that? Because I don't want to forget to say hello to anybody. So I'm just going to say the chat in general. And Purple, I know it's late over there, my dear. I cannot thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It is
I
just.
appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you. You bring some loveliness and class to the joint, and we appreciate that.
I wouldn't go that far, but thank you.
I'm not saying Loki's not lovely, by the way. Make sure we're not saying that, Loki. Thank you all. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And Loki, let's see here. Let's get some closing plugs. I know that you, Purple, have a wonderful channel, by the way. It's Rise of the Valkyries, everyone. What you got going on?
Our next show will be Friday. We've got a couple of things, so we haven't quite decided which one we're going to go through. So we'll decide probably tomorrow night, and then we've got the next One Division review on Sunday.
Okay, absolutely. And let's see here. Everyone, please go to the Great Rise of the Valkyries channel and enjoy it. Well, subscribe and then enjoy it. So I meant subscribe and then enjoy it. Why did I say enjoy it? Because I said subscribe to it because I'm a goddamn idiot. But there's the link right there in the chat, everyone. And please go to that. And Loki, what's going on, man?
We're going to have Mornings of Mischief tomorrow. We are going to have General Zod back, and we are going to be talking about his uncle, who was involved with the World Wrestling Federation back when it was the WWF.
Wow.
His uncle recently passed away from a suicide, and we are going to be talking about his experiences, what he had talked about with the WWF. We will also have Rambling Canuck on tomorrow morning to help me kind of wade through some of it, because I know wrestling, but I'm not like, oh my God, I know who's who and what their real names are and all that. I never, a casual fan every once in a while. We will not be having 7 Kinds of Mischief tomorrow with the Dag Outlaw. That is postponed until next week. So that's pretty much what I got going on.
Excellent. Everyone, again, please join us tomorrow for the big global geek gang that I'm trying to name one of these days, that I'm never going to come up with a good name. The GEEKNESS League, the World Geek Avengers. I don't know what the hell we are. The Legion of Geek. What Geek Wads? Legion of Better Lives.
You have to put a poll out for people and get them to vote.
That's true. I could offer them $1 million if they win it, right? I could offer them $1 million. $1 million. So yeah, that's $1 million. Let's see here. It is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. The International Geek Gang, where many of our wonderful friends from across the pond will be joining us, don't you know? And of course, even some of us ugly Americans will be there as well. And just geeking out. It'll be just a general geek panel of a bunch of us goofing off. And then Saturday night, Star Trek, starting season 2, our continuing voyage with the wonderful Raquel Briggs to review all of real Star Trek and real Star Trek only, 1966 to 2005, except no bad reboot filth ever. And starting season 2 of Star Trek, the original series, we're going to review them all, every episode of all the series, folks. And then Sunday, 3 p.m. Central, the big Superman birthday celebration, when we talk about the only Superman that matters to me, because of an asshole who just wants it all for myself. Just kidding. We can have anyone who wants to pop in who loves Superman, who is a fan, can come in and talk about anything as long as it's approved by me first. Just kidding. Thank you all, folks. Have a wonderful night. And that's the news.